Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fearless Floyd Show. As always, I am your host, Fearless Floyd. Want to give you guys a quick little Venezuelan update. I do not give financial, medical, legal, or friendly advice. Go do your own goddamn research. Quit listening to people on YouTube and social media telling you that Tier 4B has already started and everybody's getting paid across the world except in the United States. Of course, as you see, we are getting ready for regime change in Venezuela. That's on purpose. Welcome to the United States of America hegemony across the world. This is how the United States operates. This is why we are the world's police. Absolutely. We go in there and we put whoever we want into office in these other countries so we can get what we want, regardless of what that is. Whether it's power in that region or it's the natural resources, or as a transit hub for narco terrorism. Oh, you don't think our federal government's involved in drug dealing? Where do you think all this fentanyl's coming from? You think they're just allowing all this fentanyl to come into our country? Part of the destruction of the American society from the inside out, folks, okay? Your own government is terrorizing you. If you haven't figured that out. So, the point of this video is we're going to Venezuela with or without Maduro, and we're going to install whoever we want. And we already know who's going to be in there. That'll be their Nobel Peace Prize winner, because she's already made her deal with the Trump administration. They've already got all this worked out. Who's going to get what? Who's going to control what? Who's going to get paid what? Absolutely. So don't think for a minute it's not. So the United States of America is getting ready to go invade Venezuela and do a administrative change. We're going to take out Maduro, whether he flees on his own, and if the man was smart, he'd go to Russia or China or one of those other countries that are amenable. BRICS consortium. I mean, he's got enough money to take care of himself. But it's coming. And if you think that the country with more proven oil reserves than any other country in the world, okay, we're talking 360 something billion barrels of oil, and that's just what's proven. Trust me, there's plenty more where that came from. It's not going to have a currency that is so hyperinflated, it's not worth a sheet of toilet paper, a single sheet of toilet paper. You heard me. A single sheet of toilet paper is probably worth more than a Venezuelan Bolivar Fuerte Cinco note. Yeah, it's that bad. So it's not going to happen. We do have something going on. It's carryover from Black Friday. I'm running it till the 7th. If you didn't get in on one of the deals, now's your chance. You have about a week left to go grab one of the former Black Friday, now Cyber Monday deals. Remember, I have a handful of these books, and they're physical books, and they're in my custody, which means I have to take care of them and make sure they don't get all damaged. So when I send them to you, you get a brand new book. Now, like I said, I have a handful of them, and I'd like to divest myself of them and put them in your hands. So if you want to make a deal on this book, the soft cover or the specialty soft covers, hit me up. I'll work a deal with you because I'm downsizing. Downsizing for a reason. So let's dive into this video and show you guys what's up, okay? Because they are going to tell you flat out, just listen to this video, okay? And pay attention to who's talking.
President Trump is escalating pressure on Venezuela, saying, quote, to all airlines, pilots, drug dealers, and human traffickers, please consider the airspace above and surrounding Venezuela to be closed in its entirety. The Venezuelan government responding, quote, Venezuela denounces and condemns the colonialist threat that seeks to undermine the sovereignty of its airspace, constituting a new extravagant, illegal, and unjustified aggression against the people of Venezuela. Here to discuss is Florida Congresswoman and member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Maria Salazar. Kind of rich for Maduro to talk about the aggression against the Venezuelan people coming from that regime, right?
Well, that's what these Latin American thugs, dictators, caudillos do all the time. Look at Noriega, look at Fidel, look at Chavez. But, you know, the Venezuelans are waiting for the Americans to come and help them be free again and be free from drugs and everything that Maduro regime has brought to them for the last 25 years.
So there was a call between President Trump and Nicolas Maduro very recently. What do you think happened, or what do you know? I'm sure you have more information than most.
Yeah, well, President was gracious and offered us a way out. And Maduro is being instructed by the Cubans, don't go, because that's Maduro's biggest fear, that the Cubans, who are really the one calling the shots, are going to kill him before he leaves. So Maduro is...
The Cubans or the narcos? Or the narcos? Who's going to kill him?
The narcos, well, anyone. But the Cubans are the ones who are running the repressive apparatus, and they have been running it for the last 25 years because, you know, that comes from Fidel's book. And Maduro is very afraid of them. But look, for those Americans who are watching this show, this is a historical moment for the Trump administration. Not only Trump is demonstrating, and I say it from the bottom of my heart, he's not only demonstrating great political courage, he's liberating the continent from China, from Iran, from Russia, from the drug dealers. This is going to send a very clear message to other countries. And we're going to avoid a lot of problems in the future because of this action that he's taking right now. So I salute President Trump for doing this.
So Venezuela is different than any other country in that it is truly the resources, the richness that it has, the ability it has to stand itself up. So once Maduro's gone and the opposition party, whether it's Edmundo or Maria Corina, sort of step up into that place, she said to me on various interviews that this will be a peaceful transfer of power, that they have everything in place to just sort of step in. They'll be able to stand themselves up without any assistance from the United States.
Of course.
But let's talk about this moment now. How critical, maybe even dangerous, is this period for her, for the Venezuelan people?
Well, for her, it's very critical. She has been hiding in a tunnel. You know, she's the George Washington of modern times for Venezuelans. She's been hiding, you know this, in a tunnel. We don't know where she is. Maduro forces are looking for her. And still she has the strength and the courage to stay in Venezuela like no other men. Everyone has fled, and she's there, and she's the legitimate leader of the opposition.
Let's make that point. So Edmundo Gonzalez is the one who won the election officially, right?
Because Chavez did not let her run.
Correct.
So she was
so she was his second, and she was his second in command. He was the one who won, but he left and she stayed.
Yes, and not only that, is that she was the one who won the primary,
of course,
90%. But when Maduro is the same thing, understands that she is going to be the next legitimate president, she says, no, you cannot run. Politically speaking, according to this law, that other law.
They said you had corruption charges.
Whatever. And then she says, okay, no problem. I'm not running as president. Let me put this nice gentleman, Edmundo Gonzalez.
How long before this happens? What is your prediction? Before Christmas?
Imminent, because
we're on the verge. You're saying within days we're going to see something happen.
Because this is what we did with Iran, that we gave ample notice to their commercial airlines, do not overfly the Venezuela. That's exactly what the president has done. And now this is not going to be hard. 80% of the Venezuelans voted for the opposition. You have 8 million Venezuelans in exile. We're talking about the largest reserves of oil in the world that will be doing business with the American oil companies. And that is something that I have made very sure that they understand. American companies in Venezuela for the next 100 years.
All right. Well, you heard it. It's imminent in just days. Congresswoman Maria Salazar.
Thank God for small favors and for President Trump.
I'm Steve Doocy.
You heard it straight from the United States government. What's going to happen in Venezuela and what has happened in Venezuela. And you just heard everybody tell you how valuable and wealthy that country really is and why it's in a cesspool of idiocy, mismanagement. Absolutely. So it would probably behoove you, and this is not financial, medical, legal, or friendly advice. Go do your own fucking research and don't listen to my dumb ass. I don't know anything. Okay? I don't know anything. I'm just stupid as a box of rocks. And that's how I like to keep it. So let me go show you something over here for you real quick. Here's a courtesy from the Fearless Floyd Show. Let me go show you guys something real quick. If you are going to purchase a little something called Venezuelan Bolivar, and let me school you guys on that. Okay, real quick. Let me remove this. Okay. There are 4 issuances of Venezuelan Bolivar currency. You have the original Bolivar. It's just Venezuelan Bolivar. Okay. And that ceased to exist in the 1990s. And then they came out with the Venezuelan Fuerte. And they ran that till 2016. And then 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, they came out with the Bolivar Soberano. And then in 2021 and 2023, they came out with the Bolivar Digitale. The highest denomination for the Digitale is a 500 whatever Bolivar note. That's the latest and greatest. It ranges anywhere from $10 to $20 per note. The Venezuelan Central Bank has never recalled an issuance of currency of all 4 issuances: the Bolivar Fuerte, the Bolivar Soberano, Bolivar Digitale. They are all still in good play, good currency, good money. Don't you like to hear that? Good money. So if you have any of it, it's still good money. Always remember that. Now, over here at the bottom of the fearlessfloydshow.com website, just scroll through all this stuff. Got some more live classes coming up if y'all want to participate. But if you scroll down to the very, very bottom, and I don't know why these don't come through for some reason. Keep going right here. I know you can't see it for some reason, but this is the Venezuelan Bolivar inventory chart. And whether you have the regular Bolivar Fuerte, Soberano, or the Digitale, this chart's for you to keep inventory and value of your Bolivar. You can download it off the website, which I don't know why it doesn't work for some reason. But if you email me or hit me up over in Telegram, I'll send you a copy of it. It's a PDF. You can print it out. You can type in however much you want. Keep accounting of your stash, because if you have a trust, those are assets valuable to your trust. And you put them on your trust ledger. And that way you have an accounting of how much your trust is worth. How are you going to wield your trust with any authority if you don't know the value of your trust? It's just a question mark. You have no idea what your assets and liabilities are because you haven't done your homework. You haven't done your due diligence. So go do that. I've got a lot going on. As always, don't I always have something going on? So, silver, man, silver has gone through the roof. And guess what's in Venezuela? Silver and gold and bauxite, which is aluminum. Oh, as of 3 minutes ago, silver is now at $58.59 an ounce. If you'd have bought 2 years ago when it was under 20, you'd have tripled your money. So for those of you who invested and then divested, sucks to be you. Sorry about that. But is what it is. So you can literally, and I did this. I bought some silver last week, and then over the weekend, I encourage everybody, walk around your house and look. And if you haven't used something in the last year or two, and you're not going to see yourself using it in the next year or two, sell it. Take it to a pawn shop, put it in an auction, have a garage sale, get that change and invest it. Don't put it all in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your portfolio. Okay. Get you a little silver, some gold, some copper, maybe if you can't afford silver and gold. Pick up a little crypto. Always keep some cash reserves back just in case something happens. Reevaluate what liabilities and assets are. Create your trust and create your trust ledger. Now, for those of you who have been paying attention and have not been paying attention, there's I'm not going to say he's new, but definitely he's coming to the surface. And I've got his phone number, his email, I got all his contact information. I've yet to contact him, but I have a private Telegram channel all set up with all his interviews. I will have all his interviews transcribed, and everything will be over in that private Telegram room. Getting in, that's a different story. So the only people that are getting in there are the people that are knowledgeable, that I know can do their own research, and will put skin in the game. And I know that leaves a lot of you out there, but we want to perfect the process, make sure it works, as always. And then once we have that proof of concept and proof of success, we'd be more than happy to share it with everybody. So, I'm always on to something. So that's the latest and greatest. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the Cyber Monday sale runs till the 6th or 7th. Classes coming up, as you may have seen from the website. Right here. These are live classes. Saturday, December 6th at 7 p.m., the Healthcare Directive class. Step-by-step, build your fraud-proof directive. $49 includes a custom 15-page advanced healthcare directive you create with multiple anti-fraud protections. Take control of your healthcare before you can't. Protect yourself from fraud and negligence with a fraud-proof health directive, which means if for some reason you become incapacitated, debilitated, where you cannot speak, function, have cognitive ability, and the hands of your life, health, and safety are in the care of others, well, wouldn't you want to have instructions of how to take care of yourself for other people? That's what you are right here. So if you just print one out on your inkjet printer in 11-point font and Times New Roman and black ink, that can be forged so easily. So if you were in my care and you had valuable assets and I wanted them, guess what? I'm going to change your healthcare directive to do not resuscitate. Oh yeah, I'm going to kill you and I'm going to take all your stuff. That's how this works, folks. And I don't care how tight you and your siblings are, or you and your relatives, or whomever. When it comes to valuable assets, oh goddamn, there are no rules. I've seen it over and over and over. Saturday, December 13th, the following Saturday at 7 p.m. So for the next 3 Saturdays, we will be having live classes. The 13th, we'll have the final will and testament, step-by-step build of your fraud-proof will. $49 includes a custom will you create with multi-anti-fraud protections. Altered and tampered wills are foremost the #1 issue used by family to steal estate assets. Protect the estate with a fraud-proof will and leave probate court jurisdiction. Because if you have a will, you will be out of probate. If you just have one printed in and on an inkjet printer, black ink, 11-point font, and Times New Roman, that can be forged so easy. So it was your will to determine who the beneficiaries and heirs and assets would go to. Well, would you like that all to be extinguished because you used a little bullshit 10-cent will? Or you used one that your attorney created for you and, again, used an inkjet printer with 11-point font, Times New Roman, and can easily be forged? Absolutely. And then the following Saturday on December 20th, again at 7 p.m., we are having Ann LaFleur's Trust Accounting class, again, where you'll learn double entry ledger bookkeeping to manage trust assets and finances. In that class, for $150, you will get these free gifts. You'll get the Excel Trust Accounting templates. They're already pre-done and walks you through all that. You're going to get, originally you got 2 ebooks, Trust Accounting and Run Your Trust Like a Pro. And at the last minute, Ann threw in another bonus. She threw in the Private Membership Association ebook, the PMA. So, big bonuses for this class. The reason we are doing another live class and so soon is because we had some technical difficulties on Ann's end. Well, mine first, then on Ann's, because she lives on an island in the French Polynesian island chain near Tahiti, and it was raining and her Wi-Fi was going in and out. So I was not satisfied with the videos to edit for a final production. So we are going to do it again. And you're more than welcome to join us when we do this. Everybody loved the class. It was awesome. They learned a lot. All this goes to a private Telegram room where you can watch these videos at your leisure anytime you want. You can learn at your own pace. You're in there with other peers who have taken the class. You'll also be in Ann LaFleur's book club Telegram, where you can interact with anybody who's ever purchased any type of book that Ann LaFleur has written, authored, and I have published. So there you go with that. That's what we got coming up. Appreciate you guys sticking around. Did I have anything else that I wanted to show you guys before I burn off for the day? Let me see. Already did that. I'm just going to play this one. Just to show you guys. Because if you're not aware, folks, their surveillance state is here. Okay. It's here. It's here now. It's not going anywhere. You're not going to get rid of it. And I'm going to show you. And I do have an announcement to make. So,
neighbors shared video with us showing what was there about a week ago. 2 intersections with metal boxes, chains, and cameras put on poles several feet in the air.
The city of Sugar Land says that those mysterious metal boxes that have been popping up in neighborhoods are traffic recording cameras that are designed to make the streets safer. City engineers say that there are currently 5 locations with cameras attached to the boxes on some tall poles. Here's video. The city says the equipment collects information like volume and speed and pedestrian counts, as well as uses artificial intelligence to determine if safety improvements are needed. Resident Joseph Pearson says neighbors are hopeful that the cameras will lead to some positive changes. He says that he's blind and doesn't feel safe crossing the street.
I would like to be able to cat around any way I could. I'd like to go to the swimming pool. I would like to ease across Sugar Lakes Boulevard and visit my friends.
City officials say the cameras are not meant to scan or store license plate numbers, and they're strictly just to observe traffic and also to determine if any changes are needed.
I told you folks, they're not going to stop until they control every aspect of your life. Where you go, what you do, what you have for entertainment, how you spend your money, what you can purchase at the store, what you can purchase at restaurants. When you can fill up your car with gas or electricity. Oh, you want to take a Christmas vacation? Not this year. Your social credit score is too low. And you heard AI. AI. Yeah, it's here, folks. Nobody's stopping it. Nobody cares. Your federal government is like, come on, more the merrier. Let's get this thing going fast as possible. In fact, the Amarillo or Abilene, I always say Amarillo for some reason, Abilene Stargate AI project, they are building that 24/7, 365. It never stops. It never sleeps. They have 3 shifts constantly working. And who's building it? AI. AI is building itself, folks. If you don't believe me, I did a video on it. Absolutely. The kid who's over the entire project, he's never built anything like that in his entire life. That's why they're relying on AI, an all-seeing capital I. AI, get it? They've been telling us all along. We just thought it was an eyeball watching us. No. It's greater than all that. It's coming. But on a more somber note, if you have not heard yet, super soldier James Rink has passed away. Sadly, I got to meet James. He appeared a couple times on my show. Prior to his October conference in Orlando. And I could tell then he was under quite distress. He was stressed out, one, just putting on the conference, which was a huge undertaking in of itself. He did have some assistance, but I'm sure that assistance, probably didn't quite help his certain circumstances. And when I spoke to him, he seemed to be, he didn't look good. When I spoke to him, he didn't sound good. And now he's passed away. So we've lost another super soldier. Whether you believe in the whole super soldier concept or not, apparently these people believe it. And they are passing away with questionable circumstances. So do whatever you want. I have been contacted by Irene again, and she's just eager to do another show. So I'm going to try to set something up for either tonight or tomorrow. I might do a joint thing. I'll reach out to several other super soldiers and see if I can put together a show. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in and hanging out with me. Let's see if I have any comments. Criminals in action. Yeah, right. Criminals in action. But if you have some spare change, I would encourage you, and this is not financial advice, so don't take it that way. You may get a nice return if you make a small investment with some Venezuelan currency. Just saying, you go do your own research. Don't listen to me. I'm just a knucklehead. I don't know nothing. I don't read nothing. I don't watch nothing. I don't study. I don't do tests. I don't do pop quizzes. I don't do anything. I just sit here and just I'm just a total moron. I don't do anything. So it may behoove you to whip out a 10 or a 20 and, hey, see where it goes. It's only 10 or 20 bucks. You're not going to miss it. Trust me. If you're missing 10 or 20 bucks, well, you're in dire straits. You shouldn't be watching my show. You should be out hustling. So, I covered everything that I need to cover on Venezuela. I mean, it could happen anytime. Maduro could flee like that overnight, instantly. So this may not even require military or intelligence action on the part of the United States, except just to go in and clean up and, get those scofflaws out of the administration in Venezuela and replace it with friendly folks who just it's raining natural resources. Y'all come get it. Vulture capitalism. I got everything for sale. I got gold, aluminum, silver, oil, gas. We're selling all our natural resources off. Just make us rich, make us powerful again. Give us that nickel a gallon gas. Y'all remember that? Y'all don't? Oh, that was during the Hugo Chavez administration back in the early 2000s. A nickel a gallon, folks. Yeah, that's what Venezuelan used to be. Until the corruption and fraud set in. Well, that's kind of what happens in the United States. The corruption and fraud set in. And you guys in the United States of America, including myself, but I'm not going to get a rude awakening. You guys are, and you're not going to like it. And that surveillance state hits. We go to an all digital currency where they're tracking everything you do. And you got a little opioid addiction, or you like to get high, or you like to do things to purchase stuff that you just can't go to the supermarket or the grocery store or local convenience store to purchase. You know what kind of deals I'm talking about. Well, you're not going to be able to use Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all those other alternative payment sources. You have to learn how to barter. So you might want to learn how to barter now and start bartering now. So when the time comes, hey, you're already skilled. You already know what's an asset. You know it's a liability. Stay tuned, folks. It's going to get real. It's going to get real. And when it gets real, it's going to get scary as, yeah. Thank you. Come get a class. Come get a Cyber Monday deal. And I appreciate you. If you want to get one of Ann's On Trust softcover book, hit me up. I'll make a deal with you. I'd like to move some. I'm not going to say I want to move all of them, but I definitely want to move some. I just have too many because they're big books. You know, it's not like they're, you know, little pocket backs where I can put 200 of them on a shelf and not even notice it. Put 200 of those on a shelf and it's noticeable. It's like you got a library. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate you being here and spending your time, money, and energy watching my dumb ass. Appreciate you. Y'all have a great day. Y'all know what to do on the way out, right? Don't y'all know what to do?